right, guys, so as cute as all these Frenchies were all over me, I'm gonna tell you guys the 5 disasters that can happen breeding Frenchies and why you should really only be breeding them if you're an experienced dog breeder. Let's get into this. My name's Dr. Lindsay Butzer, and I'm a small animal veterinarian. Welcome back to my channel, or nice to meet you if you're new here. And I show and breed my personal dogs. So I have a lot of experience with dog breeding, and I know a lot about Frenchie breeding. So the first thing I want to say is you're not going to become a millionaire or a billionaire by breeding dogs. It is a lot of work, and you're not going to make that much money. So people that post on YouTube that you could quit your 9 to 5 and start breeding dogs, that might sound amazing and great because we all love dogs, but it's a lot harder than you think, and I'm going to explain that in this video. So there is a huge bully and Frenchie community here in Florida, and especially in Miami and other parts of Florida, and breeding Frenchies is a popular thing here. However, you have to love this dog breed for who they are and not just breed them to make money, because Frenchies are a lot of work. They're stubborn dogs, they don't potty train easily, and if you have more than one, they roughhouse, and it might even be harder to train them. So people that have one Frenchie, they're a lot easier to work with. But when you start breeding them and you have multiple Frenchies in your house, things get hectic. And people who get into this for the money, they just don't understand that part. They get very frustrated and end up giving away or selling all of their Frenchies. Number 2 is that breeding Frenchies is gonna be expensive. So not just expensive to breed them, but it's gonna be expensive to start. What if I told you it was gonna cost you $20,000 to get your first group of breeding Frenchies? So one Frenchie alone can cost up to $5,000. And for a really nice one, they can be up to $10,000 to $40,000. Frenchies are extremely expensive. And then you're gonna want more than one Frenchie, and I'm gonna get to that later. Number 3, Frenchies need C-sections. So like most smush-faced dog breeds, Frenchies, Pugs, and Shih Tzus, 90% of the time they're gonna need a C-section. And that is expensive. A C-section can be anywhere from $3,500 up to $7,000 if it's in the middle of the night and your veterinarian and their team needs to call in staff in the middle of the night. And the thing about C-sections is you have to be an experienced dog breeder. You need to know how many days your dog is pregnant, because at 63 days, that is when the puppies are fully developed. And every single day counts for their lung development. You're gonna have to plan a C-section with your veterinarian and make sure that the puppies are ready to come out. I have personally seen C-sections where the puppies are born premature, taken out at C-section, their skin is all gummy looking, and it is so sad. Those people just lost a breeding, they lost puppies, and they can't sell any puppies. They lost a lot of money and time. And that's why I'm making this video, to warn people trying to breed Frenchies, you need to know what you're doing. Number 4, you made it past the point of getting healthy puppies out of your Frenchie, and now you have to deal with raising these puppies and making sure they stay alive. The one thing is, Frenchie puppies might not nurse great, or the mom neglects them and doesn't take care of them. This also happens with Shih Tzus. So sometimes you're gonna be bottle feeding every 2 hours to keep these puppies alive. You're gonna be sleep deprived because you'll be doing this in the middle of the night, and you need to be good at bottle feeding. Sometimes you need to tube feed them to make sure they're getting the right nutrition and growing. So this is a really hard thing about breeding Frenchies, is keeping the puppies alive after they're born. You're gonna be sleep deprived, and if they don't make it and they get fading puppy syndrome, you're gonna be down puppies and a lot of money again. Number 5, Frenchie puppies are also known to get fading puppy syndrome or bloat by 2 to 3 weeks old. And this is a challenging thing when trying to breed Frenchies. So some breeders swear by injecting them with plasma that helps boost their immune system to keep them nursing and to keep them strong. And I've got 2 more for you guys if I haven't scared you enough yet. But number 6 is that some female Frenchies won't get pregnant. So this is a big issue for Frenchie breeders. They just bought a $7,000 female and she won't get pregnant. And this is why you might need to start out with 2 or even 3 females to get your breeding program going. And number 7 is a deal breaker for a lot of people. And that is that Frenchies most of the time won't breed naturally. And you're gonna have to make an appointment with your veterinarian or a repro technician in your area to artificially inseminate the Frenchies to get them pregnant. And this is one that turns off people a lot to Frenchie breeding. So the last thing is you're gonna have to find buyers for your puppies who can afford expensive Frenchies to make your millionaire business worth it. And that is a hard part of selling Frenchies because not everybody has the money to buy a $7,000 to $10,000 dog. So you also need to be a marketing guru and spend a lot of time marketing your Frenchie breeding. I don't want to scare you guys, but I kind of do because Frenchie breeding is no joke. I made this video so that hopefully people stumbled upon it and I can save them from the heartache and the tragedies of losing puppies and losing a lot of money. All right, guys, if you're a Frenchie breeder out there, please put in the comments below some experience and some tips for other people out there that might want to get into Frenchie breeding, even though I've just laid out all the disasters that can happen. All right, guys, subscribe to my channel, hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you next week.